Donald Trump has now backed Republican Mark Robinson, who is currently the lieutenant governor in North Carolina, as his pick for governor in the state as he runs against Josh Stein. Now, Democrats have done pretty well in governorship elections in the last 5 or so times or cycles, though this one is set to be particularly close, and this guy that Trump is pushing is something else, and I think that everybody deserves to know that. Though, according to Trump, he is MLK on steroids, though he more so fits the vibe that you see in this whole red pill spear with some of his disgusting opinions, and also crosses into anti-Semite and other things as well. So let's watch this clip of Trump telling everyone how great he is and how he's MLK reincarnated. Then let's dive into Mark Robinson, the person.
But I heard him coming in on the plane. I was listening, and I said to the people on the plane, watch this. This is Martin Luther King on steroids. Okay, now I told that to Mark. I said, I think you're better than Martin Luther King. I think you are Martin Luther King times 2.
Now, I'm not saying that Trump only made this comparison because Mark Robinson is a black man in politics, but Mark Robinson has no history of activism or real politics and definitely doesn't believe in equal civil rights, civil liberties. He's somebody who went viral after giving a pro-gun speech after a school shooting. Yikes. And used that to levy it into a Republican lieutenant governor position, and is of course full-blown Maga conspiracy nut, so he's gonna get Trump's endorsement. That's all it takes. And let's just look into what his values are, right? Here he is quoting Hitler. No wonder he got Trump's endorsement, but here he is quoting Hitler in a post sharing his views on racial pride. He then doubled down on doing so, defended it, and stood on what he was saying in that post and said, yeah, I believe this, at a Moms for Liberty speaking event. After the Parkland shooting, as I mentioned earlier, in a viral speech, he called the students at Parkland, the students, spoiled and angry, among other things, in just what was a disgusting pro-gun rant, because the children who are victims of her school shooting are disgusting for trying to take his guns. He's criticized the Me Too movement, blamed women for being at fault for their own sexual assaults. He spins the Barack Obama lie, the Michelle is a man lie. He's Islamophobic. I mean, it doesn't end with this guy. He's like handpicked for Trump almost. He's up there on Trump's level in terms of derangement and just vile and disgusting behavior. He calls abortion murder, but it's came to light that he himself paid for an abortion. So he's also a hypocrite. Here he is, further justifying school shootings, saying that it's society's fault for being okay with abortion.
It's bringing a spiritual stain on this country. People say, well, I just can't believe we're having all these mass killings, and I can't believe that people are so mean. Our own government is promoting the murder of infants. Mm-hmm. Do you think that somehow people talk about karma all the time?
Yeah.
Do you think that that's not swinging back around in this society?
It can't be the lax gun control or too many guns existing in our society as a whole, a lack of mental health accessibility, comfortable spaces for youth to be vulnerable and open in. No, it's those darn abortions and God bringing karma. It's God's work. And there's just these levels of mental gymnastics that gun nuts will go to justify having guns, even in the face of like horrific events like the Parkland school shooting. What he cares about most is keeping his guns, not the kids, the well-being, or preventing this from happening going forward. These are the kinds of people who define MAGA, who get Trump's endorsement without any hesitation. They don't need any political acumen. You just have to buy into this sort of rhetoric and philosophy. And it just shows the kind of state of a country that these people are truly aiming for, where if you're not just like them, you don't have a place here, buddy. Trump says it all the time. These people spew it and repeat it all the time. And it's becoming more and more so evident. And that, my friend, is a very scary world. And it's inherently anti-American for people who consider themselves American first patriots. It's irony at its finest. Founded on nothing but racism, anti-Semitism, and blatant hatred, that's where these kinds of beliefs come from. And to try to justify them any other way is just dishonest. It's disingenuous. But remember, there is an alternative here. Josh Stein is a mild-mannered Democrat, He's not as far enough to my liking, but he's definitely on the right path. He's definitely to the left. He defends things like democracy, like women's reproductive rights. He's not anti-Semitic. And he is the first line of defense in what we can do to prevent these sorts of lunatics from rising to power. Anywhere we can, we need to get the Ted Cruzes out. We need to prevent the Mark Robinsons. We need to stop the Trumps. These are the sorts of elections. These are the battles we need to fight, and we need to be sure that we're winning. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.